been playing around with some new software, some swing analysis software. On the left is your putting stroke before we changed your posture. You can see yourself on the right how you have much better tilt in your spine, a little bit more flex in your legs, elbows tucked a little bit. That's the preferred posture for putting. To look at Tiger Woods' putting stroke, who's known as maybe one of the best putters on tour and probably one of the best putters of all time. Stroke goes back a little bit past his back foot. As he goes through the ball, he keeps his head down. And his follow through is just slightly further than his backswing. He has a smooth acceleration through the ball. Because he is accelerating, the follow through is slightly longer. And he keeps his head down until well after the putter comes to a complete stop. He does not turn to watch the ball until he reaches this final pose. Look at your putting stroke, which has improved greatly. You have a very similar setup to Tiger. You're going to find that your backswing goes a little bit past your back foot and that your follow through does indeed go further than your backswing, just like Tiger. You're putting a little longer putt, so you're going to see a little longer follow through. And you also do a great job of keeping your head down and still until you come to a complete stop. And you hold that position. Head is still down even after your putter has finished the follow through. Very good. This swing report will target just a few specific pieces of the golf swing we need to work on. To begin with, I want to show the change you made in your posture and how much better it is. The one on the left is when you first started swinging and I filmed you. I noticed that the posture was a little too upright, was not enough flex in the legs. You weren't taking advantage of your leg strength. The picture on the right is after we made a change, and I think you'll agree that is a much more athletic position, certainly much more like what you would see on tour. That's a very good setup right there. In this side-by-side view of your impact zone, it's going to start the swing on the, after you've already started your downswing and you're about to enter the impact zone. I've placed you and Grant Waite in pretty much the same position, and in this position y'all look very similar to each other. But as you go through impact, I want you to notice how Grant's right arm extends through the ball. As he comes down, his right arm is extending, and his right elbow, his entire right arm is straight. There's no bend there. So this arm is nice and straight. And then of course it stays straight. All the way to here. Just nice and straight. Good extension in both arms. Now as we take your swing, as you approach the ball, your arm is a little bent here. Kind of stays bent. And you'll notice that this left hand the white glove is above the right hand, whereas with Grant, his left hand, the white glove, is below the right hand. So this picture right here is what I need to get your form to that position, and then performance will follow. Now we'll watch your swing with a few other clubs. See how that arm stays bent? I believe this is your hybrid. You can see how that arm is bent. Once you learn how to release that arm and extend that arm, that'll definitely give you more power. And here you are with a driver. And again, you keep that arm very tight, very stiff, bent. You don't release and extend. This fundamental of extending the right arm through impact is not one you're going to have to necessarily learn because you already know it. You already do it. This is your driver swing, but you're not going to hit the ball. This is a practice swing. Good position. Releasing. Nice extension in the arm. Your white glove is below the right hand and not above it. You've turned it over. So this is a natural thing that you do, but when the ball's present, instead of swinging the club, your mind changes to hitting the ball, and that causes tension and loss of power. This is a side-by-side picture of your ball swing and practice swing. The one on the left is the swing that you made at the golf ball, and the one on the right is a practice swing when there was no ball. These two pictures show something interesting. If we look at the waist up and look at how the arms are, the one on the right is much more what we want to see. We want to see those arms extend. We want to see the club release. We want to see the white glove under the right hand. Here your elbows are apart. The left hand is above the right hand. But what's interesting is the lower body on the left side is closer to the correct fundamental than the right side. On the right, on your practice swing, you tended to kind of hang back with your lower body. You didn't really turn your right side, your right hip. You didn't get this right knee up to where the left knee is. So we want to kind of put those two together. We want to kind of put the upper half on the right side here with the lower half of the left side.